evade those in-game bugs. Right now, Dunn trying to do some work. Sirach with a nice little two-piece to stop anything Gravity does. In the middle, though, Dunn's going to fly out, kill the carrier, and then search for a little more. Nice little evade as he used the exit to jump over the wall and was staying alive for a long time there, but Sirach finally is like, I've had enough of this, you're dying. There you go.
4 down for Gravity. They're spawning in right now. Brandon did pick up that ball, but he has to wait for his own teammates to respawn because he's way too far away to push in and try and get some points with those 4 players down. And now he's stuck in a very bad position. 2 players pushing in, and oh my goodness, his teammates staying alive, getting all the points they need. He has been EMP'd, but if his teammate Paranoia does get that kill, he does open up the lane. Brandon should be able to go in for 2 points here, and does exactly that, giving him a 6-point lead, or 6-2 lead, excuse me, 4-point lead overall.
Right now with that 6-2 lead, 30 seconds remaining. I'm not sure really if there is a better side on this, because I know that the side that Pierce is on right now, I think is easier to get those 2-point plays, and then the side Gravity is on, you can just chuck those in day after day. So really, it's in favor of both teams here. But obviously, Purist. Oh, I feel so sorry for Dunn. He was right next to the portal. Realized he didn't have any exit left, so was forced to chuck it in there, literally a foot away. But it wasn't hurting him too much.
Okay.
Brandon with that interception, though, playing like Fizzer here.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was a last-second throw that almost went in. To bring it even closer, now only 6-3. It almost was 6-4, but Brandon able to jump up and get that last-second interception, keeping the game close. And Paranoia having a pretty good game again, but Brandon with all that OBJ work right now, 3 points on the board in this uplink game.
Dude, this uplink, I love round 2 uplinks on comeback. As you guys were aware in the chat, if you have been listening, I just like the intense moments that it does kind of foster in the last seconds. But Shaka off the first wad, Chrism actually going to take out his own teammate. Not sure exactly how that happened, but he was taken out, and Shaka will be the ball carrier, just trying to work over here on this left red building, firing out some EMP grenades from that right wrist rocket. We're playing like Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2 over here. Trying to do some work, and that's not going to make it.
Oh my goodness, that throw directly to Kana. Kana jumps in for 2. They're now down by 1. That's a nice spot. Nice plays by Shaka, throwing it over to his teammate and realizing that he's dead and he can't do anything. Gives Kana the easy 2-point play. Kana misses the throw into the base. Oh no. Lips up on the edge there. Not able to throw the ball into the base, and now he's been cleaned up. That play did not work out for Gravity, unfortunately, as the ball has now been picked up by Brandon. 2 players dropped by Gravity. Make that 3. Dunn was the last player killed. Shaka is now the last player up on defense. He might be able to do something here. Ball traded over to Chrism. Chrism goes for the 2-point play. He does not get anything, and all the players have been dropped from Purist. No points. They could have gone for 1, but they went greedy and got nothing.
Dude, that's really where you just gotta outweigh it, and honestly, I can understand them going for 2 because then it would make it a 2-possession game.
Yes.
But at the same time, your points are points. So if you throw one in now, throw one in 30 seconds from now, exact same situation as if you had dunked. But right now, Brandon trying to do some work. He gets 1 kill. Needs to lock down the left-hand side of this map. But what I've been seeing from Gravity is a common strategy, which is send like 1 player towards the dirt side, send all the rest towards red in the building, and then just work that side, throw the ball into the enemy base, have that player from dirt run in real quick, pick it up, and just dunk it in. That worked for their cap to get them up to 5 points, but with 3 minutes remaining, they're going to be needing to do the same thing and not going to be able to do so as Chrism gets a nice 2-piece.
Yeah, I'm on board with Connor right now. Holler did pick up the ball, but he gets melted immediately as Purist now pick up the ball, or the satellite, and run it down dirt. Sirach getting shots on him. He's been EMP'd like crazy. He should be able to go for a throw, and he does just that, realizing that the EMP reboot would take way too long. But afterwards, after the fact, he would have had plenty of time to get the reboot and the 2-point play, but that's okay. They're up by 2 right now. 7-5 is their scoreline. 2.5 minutes remaining, and the ball picked up once again and thrown right in by Sirach. Great relay right there by Purist, giving them the 3-point lead. That is 2 possessions minimum for Gravity to come back with 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Right now trying to do some work, though. Gravity, guys, they're not out of it. I mean, they have 3 points with 2 minutes. Exactly as you said, Holler just needs to chuck this up, and he is going to be doing so. It is in the enemy base right now, but no player is able to get there. It's going to be left to Shaka. Can he do it? No, he is not.
Reset.
The ball gets thrown out, and that's just the thing. Brutal resets always happen on this map, and it is just a way of life that you got to really, you gotta really watch out for. Because if you're good at throwing it out of the map, you can kind of win your team the game. I know it may not be the most obvious skill set, but if you find those little spots and you can just throw it out, you can save your team a lot of captures.
Oh yeah, definitely. If you know exactly where to throw it all the time, you should be able to do it. Oh my goodness, Paranoia has bounced the ball, or I keep saying ball, the satellite, 14 different times, but unable to drop it right there. Ball picked up by Shaka, running it down dirt side. They've now changed their routine. Usually they run it by red, but now they've run it straight through dirt, and they've got an open lane. They might be able to get the 2-point play, but no, the EMP drops them down. EXO finally up for Shaka. He jumps in for 2 points, bringing them in close. They're down by 1 now with 1 minute remaining. This is a very close game. Gravity, they're playing pretty strong on this respawn now.
Dude, Gravity is turning up 7-8, guys. 55 seconds all left down to this minute. Shaka is going to be the last player alive for Gravity, and he is just out of the map, really kind of anywhere to get any control. He does take up Paranoia and looks for another one. That's going to be Brandon. Forced to throw that ball outside the map was going to be Chrism, I think.
Missed.
And Chrism, well, no, he did not. You
missed
see,
the throw.
Literally, I was just saying it's about throwing it out of the map, and that is gonna cost them as Gravity puts 2 points on the board with that dunk. Shaka somehow able to pick that ball up after Chrism missed the throw, and jeez, that is a nightmare ending.
4 down for Gravity. The ball gets thrown in, should drop. No! Kana! Oh my goodness, there's no way. 10 seconds left. There's still plenty of time for Pierce to do this, but the ball picked up by Dunn. He's going to run it away. He's just going to stay alive and maybe throw it in for an extra point, but no. With that right there, Gravity clutch up on defense and on offense. Really, overall in this game, they clutch up and win it 9-8. That was... I did not see that coming. Wow. Okay. We're tied up 2-2. Okay.
Literally, it was if Chrism had just thrown it out.
Just thrown it out.
Missed it. I think he hit that.
He hit the barbed wire.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
That's incredible to think, where just merely hitting a barbed wire cost you a game. But you know what? I mean, the clutch situations is what happens, and 2-2, guys. I had a feeling inside it would go to a map 7. I got a little weary when it was 2-0. But now 2-2 as Gravity makes this comeback. Please tweet it out. This is our first ever show match sponsored by Razer.
Yes, sir.
Guys, Razer is, I think, they're a multi-million-dollar company, and they are the leading company in gaming peripherals, which includes microphones, headsets, keyboards, mice. I mean,
desk accessories.
They are like PC gods, and then if you use their headsets for gaming, they're even better. And also, I mean, like, have you seen their keyboards?
Have you seen it?
Their keyboards are so nice.
Yep.
They're like LED heaven. So really, guys, go check them out. It's so awesome that they are officially part of the hashtag PA fam. Yeah. And if you guys want to be too, hit that subscribe and follow. I personally cannot afford to subscribe. So if one of you wants to subscribe in my name, shout out.
Yeah, we appreciate the support across the board, guys. Don't be shy. Hit that sub button. You get access to all the voids, and you also join the PA fam. I dropped the link again in the chat. Make sure you check that out. Razer Black Shark headset coming your way.
So good.
In a couple weeks. So the date's on there. The instructions are on there. Everything you have to do. If you haven't already in the chat, make sure you head over there and check it out. And interviews as well coming up after the show match.
Interviews coming up. Clayton, he does such a good job with those, but we're on board with this game right here. Gravity had the early setup on the hard point, giving them 6 points, but now we see Siroc and Purist pushing in here and having some good control. They're all up in that towel area. That seems to be the new favored spot. But you're easily flanked right there as we see Siroc does smartly turn around and get that kill. But now Siroc in a situation that is almost unwinnable. 3 players pushing at the same time as we see him drop, and now Gravity's regained a little bit of control. But great start by Purist.
Kana trying to do some work here in the hard point, just sitting in the corner. He's going to be jumping up, gets a nice little kill, and recaptures little glitch spot there, as you can just jump over a hard point and actually do not have control, then just jump right back in and get that nice little juggle. Siroc going to be trying to do some work on the outside. Paranoia as well, trying to hit the rotation as the New Hill rotates and Gravity does regain control and the lead.
Gravity with, I think that's what, 18 straight points right there, bringing them in the lead. But now Purist pushing in, Paranoia leading the charge in that hard point right now. He gets quickly cleaned out by Dunn. Dunn pushing in now, regained control. This is such a heavily contested hill. Usually this turtle hill is pretty well defended, and a player's able to sit in there pretty easily. But both teams are so evenly matched that this is just so heavily contested. We're going to see the same thing that we saw in the first hard point. It's just going to be back and forth. We're going to have 14 lead changes, and it's going to be one on the last hill. I guarantee it.
So Rocket's taken out. Is Chrism going to be able to do some work flying from above? He gets taken out as well. Brandon, though, somehow finding his way inside that hard point. And again, he gets taken out. So
Lead
Shaka
change.
going to be the last one there. And we will see that hill switch over to the red building. And this is all going to be Purist control.
Purists now have a great setup, and they have great aggressive floating slayers who are slaying out on the outside areas. But no, 2 players dropped. Chrism has just been dropped recently, and now Sirach does not have enough gunfire to hold down this hard point all alone. His teammates are pushing in. Brandon and Chrism and Paranoia all pushing in. They had the favorable spawn, so they're able to get that setup back together. Paranoia, it looks like he ran out of ammo, so he's going to go for the knife kill, but that knife is not good in this game, and Gravity pushes in and takes advantage of that. This is so heavily contested. This is ridiculous, but somehow Purists do still have the lead.
Purist trying to make it work. All 3 players inside of the hard point, man. This is where they're just playing to put bodies inside of a building. And like we said earlier on the first hard point over on Detroit, it really is just going to be up to whichever team can get that objective control of just sitting in one spot. That's kind of what hardpoint is, but just although it sounds very basic on paper, it is one of the most intense game modes you will ever see, shown here with a nice little 3-piece from Purist and regaining control. Brandon is going to sneak his way past there inside of a corner. Currently EMP, though, trying to look on his HUD. He's going to get taken out, and just absolutely kill frenzy going down here for Gravity.
Gravity regain control of that hill, but the nades are flying in, and look at that, 3 straight kills for Purist. Gives them the control one more time. Holler's trying to push in here and get something going, but he's not able to set anything back up, and Purist quickly sit back on this hard point and continue to gain points. They're now up by, 30 points about, and that's the biggest lead that we've seen in this game so far. But with Gravity picking up these last scrap few points, they're going to bring this back in close unless Purists really want these scraps, and they do, because they're just going to get as many points as they can. Going into the next hill, it even looks like they have the early setups as well. Who's the player from Purist that's in the next hill? Oh, it was no one.
I'm not exactly sure.
It was
who that
Sirach,
is.
but he was dropped. Okay, that's why. All right, unfortunate for them.
And that is just going to be a neutral hill for the time being. Shaka, though, gets control for his team. Now needs to search around for a couple kills or just kind of stay alive. Either one works. He finds one, but gets taken out in the back. Chrism comes in and gets a 2-piece. Cannot make it 3 as Kana gets a nice one as well to repeat him. And Kana with a nice little save there. That saved his team at least 15 points if you think about it. Purist would have gotten a decent amount there, and just coming right back in is going to be Brandon from the steps, regaining control. Needs to stay alive, not going to be able to do so.
This game is so back and forth. It's just, this is exactly the same as the other hardpoint. I can't even keep up with the kills right now. Every time I switch a player, they're immediately dropped. Then the next player that I switch to is dropped as well. This game is just absurd back and forth gameplay. As we see now, Chrism was alive in the hardpoint, pushed out by Kana and Shaka. They now have control for the last couple seconds. The lead is still technically in favor of Purist. They're up by 18 points, and they have the first player on the hill, so they're able to get a few more points here. Brandon and Chrism trying their best to hold this down. Players are pushing in from both sides, and they both get cleaned up. And Xerox, though, in the towels area, able to support his teammates and push into the hill. But it's just, oh my goodness, he's playing Rick around the Rosie.
And you know what, man? We've seen that twice in this show match.
Yes,
I never thought I would do that. I mean, over there on the recovery, search, and destroy, just going right back around to get that kill. But 91 to 122, definitely in the lead for Purist. They're in a comfortable situation, yet 30 seconds is theoretically just half of a hill. So if Gravity can really get control, although it is incredibly hard to do so on retreat specifically, then they'd be right back into this game. So all they need to do is rotate over towards that turtle, try to get a little bit of control there, as we only have 10 seconds left on the mid hill.
You said, oh, it's only half a hill lead. But
yes,
this whole game, we haven't seen a single team hold a hill for longer than 15 seconds. The rest of the time, well, maybe 20 seconds max, but the rest of the time is all contested, and it's all just back and forth. So no team, just half a